Alright, today we're ranking every phase of life, from toddler years all the way to old age. Some of these phases are amazing, some are overrated, and some honestly feel like the universe forgot to patch them. Let's start. This is a weird one. Most people don't remember anything from this period, myself included. Absolutely nothing. It's basically like your brain was running on a trial version. Your consciousness isn't developed enough yet to store real memories, so this phase is kind of blank. On the other hand, you don't work, you don't pay taxes, nobody expects anything from you, except not to eat random objects. So it's neutral. B tier. Now, the first real memories start appearing. For many people, some of their warmest and most nostalgic memories come from this period. Life is simple, you play, you watch cartoons, maybe go to school for the first time, but responsibilities are basically zero. Everything feels new, everything feels exciting. That's a really good phase. A tier. For a lot of people born in the early 2000s, this is when technology really enters your life. You start discovering the internet, games, YouTube, and social interactions at school become more important. Your consciousness is fully developed enough to create tons of memories. And if we look back now, the biggest problem we had back then was homework. That was it. This phase is elite. S tier. Now things start getting interesting. New emotions appear, new instincts, and suddenly social life becomes much more complicated. You start caring about what people think. Girls or boys suddenly become a very important variable in life. You're still young enough to be carefree, but mature enough to create strong memories. For most people, this phase is chaotic, but unforgettable. S tier. Now, reality starts knocking on the door. You're finishing high school, thinking about universities, future careers, and what you're supposed to do with your life. Responsibilities increase, but you still have the safety net of being young. It's a transitional phase. Good, but not perfect. A tier. Now the freedom unlocks. You can drive, move out, make your own decisions, take risks, travel, start building your life. You're technically an adult, but the pressure hasn't fully arrived yet. Some people study, some work, some experiment with life. It's chaotic, but exciting. A lot of personal development happens here. A tier. Up until about 23 years old, life is honestly pretty generous. Most of the phases are sitting in A tier or S tier. But now, adult life really begins. This is the identity building phase. You're probably living away from your parents, working, but salaries are usually not amazing yet because you're still gaining experience. Mentally, this phase can be rough. You start asking big questions. Am I doing the right career? Where will I be in 10 years? Will I build a family? Am I falling behind everyone else? A lot of people experience existential crisis here. B tier. Now things start stabilizing. Most people have a clearer direction. Careers improve, salaries get better, and many people start families around this age. Life becomes more structured. Yes, there are responsibilities, especially if you have small kids, but there's also meaning and stability. A tier. You're still in your 30s, so you can still claim you're young. Your kids are a bit older now, so you can talk with them, play with them, and build real relationships. Careers should be stronger than before, and financially, things are usually better. This is a very balanced phase of life. A tier. Now, your children may be entering their teenage years. Your house becomes lively again. Teenagers want independence. They challenge you and test your limits. At the same time, your career might be at its peak, but this is also the stage when the first real health concerns sometimes appear. Still a solid phase of life. B tier. This one can be tough. Children often leave home around this time, and the house becomes quieter. The energy that used to fill your home suddenly disappears. You may have been working for 30 years already, and the routine starts feeling repetitive. This is where many people experience what's often called a midlife crisis, because the big question appears again. What now? This phase can feel empty for some people. D tier. Now things change again. You retire, work disappears from your daily schedule, your children may have families of their own, and suddenly you're a grandparent. You have time again. Time to travel, spend time with family, enjoy life without constant pressure. This phase can actually be very peaceful. A tier. Energy naturally decreases, but if you built a good life before this stage, family, relationships, achievements, this phase can still be meaningful. You see the results of everything you built. It's slower, quieter, but still valuable. B tier. No matter which phase you're in right now, S tier, A tier, B tier, or even D tier, it doesn't completely define your life. So whatever phase you're in, live it to the fullest. You will miss it.